Hi, everyone, and welcome to our May 2024 newsletter. And our quarterly numbers came out. And the headline for me is The Quarter That Never Was. It was a difficult, challenging period. And we thought it was going to be a really good first quarter 2022. And the economy proved otherwise.
Yeah. I still think it's a little early, to determine where things will go. I think we're going to see a fairly robust spring. But with that said, yeah, I mean, its interest rates were a little stickier than everyone expected. Yeah. Now they are going up again. So no surprise, everyone is kind of hitting the pause button and waiting to see where things go.
I think the caveat to that is, as we always say, life moves real estate. So the people who are pausing and seeing what happens are people who don't have the rush or the need to move immediately. But concurrently, we have a lot of clients who need more space and they aren't going to wait. And so we're seeing deals, but those are really the people who need to move, need to transact, or are in a position to pay cash.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because buyers are in control, especially in Manhattan for the most part, where prices have been coming down and there's a decent amount of inventory.
Right. And no surprise here, what we are seeing rents starting to go up again.
Yeah.
Which is no surprise there. I mean, look, it's easy. If you are a buyer and you kind of are on the sidelines and you are waiting, New York is one of the easiest markets to find an apartment, sign a lease. You could do it all in a week.
Right, exactly.
So you there's always something to fall back on. But what we are seeing is rents, I would say last quarter went up about 10%.
Yeah.
And I don't really see that slowing. As long as demand there remains strong.
Right, because the people who aren't buying right now because of interest rates are renting.
Yeah.
And that also ties into the decrease of 11% last quarter of the sales volume, because we are seeing that effect in people sitting on the sidelines. I think one interesting anecdote is Brian on our team was in Tribeca yesterday, and he took a photo and sent it to me of a line out the door for a $5,000 one-bedroom rental.
Yeah.
And so that is indicative of where those buyers are.
But that makes sense. I mean, and it's in New York City. If you're looking in the $5,000 price point, that's probably a first-time home buyer.
Studio, one bedroom,
that's someone that would be
maybe a
looking
two-bed.
at a studio, one bedroom, possibly a two-bedroom.
And they're waiting
for, let's say, between $750,000 and $1.5 million.
Yep, exactly.
But it's just the rent to buy formula has shifted.
Yeah.
And at 7%, it might make more sense for them to rent at this point and to wait. So I would say also the one bright spot that we are seeing, where we're actually seeing price increases in some of these buildings, is new development.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you have now a lack of inventory because you've had a couple of years of steady absorption of the inventory that had been on the market for a while. Prices at new developments had come down. They were more negotiable. And so now we're starting to see a lack of inventory, and there isn't a lot of new construction.
Now, there are very few shovels in the ground right now across New York City, at the Upper East, Upper West, downtown. There is just not a lot being built.
And we see in Brooklyn, developers with new developments having issues. Like we've seen at Brooklyn Tower, where they're defaulting on their debt, and it's going to have to be restructured, which could end up being a good thing for the building overall, but it's a hiccup. And that just shows where construction financing is too. It doesn't necessarily make sense to start a new project.
No, it's very hard if you are a developer right now to make money.
Right. Because of interest rates.
So I don't think we're not only, and this has been going on for a while now. So it's the shortage is now kind of coming into fruition.
Yep.
And now the consumers are seeing it. We're seeing it. This has been in the works for a while. And I believe that inventory will continue to be more constrained.
Yeah.
There will be more demand for new development. And, I think that'll be a real bright spot in our market over the next year.
Yeah. And I think, that will make the economics of building more attractive to developers as there is no inventory, and that pushes the numbers up.
Yeah.
So there are always bright spots and, things we're still waiting to come back on, but it's a dynamic market as always here in New York City.
That's right.
So as always, if you guys have any questions or just want to chat, we're here to help. See you soon.
Thank you.